Welcome to Week 20 of the England Premier League. Get ready for the biggest fixtures, top goals, and expert predictions as we break down every match. Who will climb the table, who will struggle, and who will secure the all-important wins this week. Watch now and stay ahead of the game with our exclusive EPL predictions. Don't miss a moment. Match analysis. Aston Villa versus Nottingham Forest. Aston Villa enter this fixture from a position of clear strength, sitting third in the table with 39 points after 19 matches. Their season has been defined by consistency, with 12 wins, 3 draws, and only 4 losses, supported by a positive goal difference of +7, 30 scored, 23 conceded. Their recent form is particularly strong, having won 4 of their last 5 matches, which underlines their momentum at this stage of the season. In contrast, Nottingham Forest are positioned 17th with 18 points, narrowly above the relegation zone. They have struggled significantly, recording 5 wins, 3 draws, and 11 losses, and carrying a -12 goal difference, 18 scored, 30 conceded. Their recent form reflects these difficulties, with 4 losses in their last 5 matches, indicating defensive vulnerabilities and a lack of consistency. Tactics. Based on the table data, Aston Villa are likely to approach the match with confidence, emphasizing structured attacking play and controlled possession, which has delivered them a strong win record and sustained pressure on opponents. Their ability to score regularly while maintaining a reasonable defensive record suggests a balanced tactical setup that exploits weaker defenses. Nottingham Forest, given their league position and recent run of results, are expected to adopt a more cautious approach, focusing on defensive organization and attempting to limit damage. However, their high number of losses and negative goal difference suggest ongoing issues in maintaining defensive stability, especially against higher-ranked teams like Aston Villa. Match prediction. Considering Aston Villa's top 4 position, superior points tally, stronger goal difference, and far better recent form compared to Nottingham Forest struggles near the bottom of the table, the data clearly favors the home side. Based strictly on the information from the table, the logical and most supported outcome is a win for Aston Villa. Match analysis. Brighton versus Burnley. Brighton come into this match placed 14th in the table with 25 points from 19 matches. Their record of 6 wins, 7 draws, and 6 losses highlights a side that is competitive but often held to draws, reflected in their +1 goal difference, 28 goals scored, 27 conceded. Their recent form further supports this trend, with 4 draws in their last 5 matches, showing resilience but also a lack of cutting edge to consistently secure victories. Burnley, by contrast, are sitting in the relegation zone in 19th place with 12 points. They have managed only 3 wins, 3 draws, and 13 losses, with a -17 goal difference, 20 scored, 37 conceded. Their recent run includes 2 losses, 2 draws, and 1 loss in the last 5. Underlining their ongoing struggles at both ends of the pitch. Tactics. Based on the table, Brighton are likely to rely on a structured and disciplined approach, aiming to control games through balance rather than dominance. Their high number of draws suggest a tactical focus on maintaining shape and avoiding defeat, while still producing goals at a steady rate. Burnley are expected to approach the match defensively, given their low points total, poor goal difference, and relegation position. Their priority is likely to be damage limitation, with an emphasis on staying compact and attempting to capitalize on isolated chances rather than sustained attacking pressure. Match prediction. Taking into account Brighton's higher league position, superior points total, positive goal difference, and Burnley's continued difficulties in the relegation zone, the data clearly favors Brighton avoiding defeat. Based strictly on the table information, the most supported outcome is a win or draw for Brighton. Match analysis. Wolves versus West Ham United. This fixture brings together 2 teams struggling at the bottom end of the table. Wolves are rooted to 20th place with just 3 points from 19 matches, having failed to win a single game all season. Their record of 0 wins, 3 draws, and 16 losses, combined with a -29 goal difference, 11 goals scored, 40 conceded, highlights severe issues at both ends of the pitch. Their recent form is equally concerning, with 4 losses and 1 draw in their last 5 matches. West Ham United are positioned slightly higher but still in trouble, sitting 18th in the relegation zone with 14 points. They have recorded 3 wins, 5 draws, and 11 losses, with a -17 goal difference, 21 scored, 38 conceded. While their form is not strong, their points total, goal output, and overall record remain clearly superior to Wolves. Tactics. Based on the table, Wolves are likely to approach the match cautiously, prioritizing defensive structure in an attempt to stop a run of heavy defeats. However, their low goal tally and high number of goals conceded suggest difficulty in sustaining defensive discipline while offering limited attacking threat. West Ham United, despite their relegation position, are expected to be more proactive. Their higher number of goals scored and draws indicates a side capable of competing and creating chances, especially against the league's lowest-ranked team. Tactically, West Ham are likely to focus on exploiting Wolves' defensive weaknesses while maintaining enough structure to avoid conceding unnecessarily. Match prediction. Considering Wolves' winless season, minimal points return, and significant negative goal difference, compared with West Ham United's stronger statistical profile despite being in the relegation zone, the balance of evidence favors the visitors avoiding defeat. Based strictly on the table data, the most justified outcome is a win or draw for West Ham United. Match analysis. Bournemouth versus Arsenal. This match pays two teams at very different ends of the table. Bournemouth are positioned 15th with 23 points after 19 matches, having recorded 5 wins, 8 draws, and 6 losses. Their season has been challenging defensively, reflected in a -6 goal difference, with 29 goals scored and 35 conceded. Their recent form shows a tendency to avoid defeat rather than secure victories, with 4 draws in their last 5 matches, indicating competitiveness but limited consistency. Arsenal, by contrast, are leading the table in first place with 45 points. They have been the standout side so far, registering 14 wins, 3 draws, and only 2 losses, alongside a strong +25 goal difference, 37 scored, 12 conceded. Their recent form is excellent, with 4 wins in their last 5 matches, underlining their dominance. Tactics. Based on the table data, Bournemouth are likely to approach this fixture with caution, focusing on compact defending and attempting to disrupt Arsenal's rhythm, as suggested by their high number of draws and goals conceded. Arsenal are expected to control the match through sustained attacking pressure and defensive solidity. Their low goals against tally and high win count indicate a balanced tactical approach that allows them to dominate possession while remaining secure at the back. Against a mid-lower table opponent, Arsenal's tactical strength and consistency should be evident throughout the match. Match prediction. Considering Arsenal's top position, superior points total, significant positive goal difference, and far stronger recent form compared to Bournemouth's mid-table struggles, the statistical evidence clearly favors the league leaders. Based strictly on the table, the most supported outcome is a win or draw for Arsenal. Match analysis. Leeds United versus Manchester United. Leeds United approached this fixture from 16th place with 21 points after 19 matches. Their record of 5 wins, 6 draws, and 8 losses reflects a difficult season, particularly defensively, as shown by a -7 goal difference, 25 goals scored, 32 conceded. Their recent form has been largely draw-heavy, with 4 draws and 1 win in their last 5 matches, indicating resilience but limited ability to turn performances into consistent victories. Manchester United are positioned significantly higher in 6th place with 30 points. They have recorded 8 wins, 6 draws, and 5 losses, with a +4 goal difference, 33 goals scored, 29 conceded. Their recent form is mixed but steadier, showing a capacity to compete despite occasional setbacks. Tactics. Based on the table, Leeds United are likely to prioritize defensive organization and compact play, aiming to limit damage against a higher-ranked opponent. Their tendency to draw matches suggests a cautious setup focused on staying competitive rather than dominating. Manchester United, by contrast, are expected to take a more proactive approach. Their higher goal tally and stronger league position point to an attacking structure designed to apply sustained pressure, while their positive goal difference suggests sufficient defensive balance to manage Leeds' threat. Match prediction. Considering Manchester United's superior league position, higher points total, and more favorable goal difference compared with Leeds United, the statistical evidence favors the visitors avoiding defeat. Based strictly on the information from the table, the most supported outcome is a win or draw for Manchester United. Match analysis: Tottenham versus Sunderland. Fulham come into this match sitting 11th in the table with 27 points from 19 matches. Their season has been mixed, with a record of 8 wins, 3 draws, and 8 losses, and a -1 goal difference, having scored 26 goals and conceded 27. Their recent form has been relatively positive, with 3 wins, 1 draw, and 1 loss in their last 5 matches, showing an ability to pick up points despite some inconsistency. Liverpool, on the other hand, are placed 4th with 33 points, firmly in the UEFA Champions League positions. They have recorded 10 wins, 3 draws, and 6 losses, with a +4 goal difference, 30 goals scored, 26 conceded. Their recent form includes 3 wins and 2 draws in the last 5 matches, indicating steady momentum at the top end of the table. Tactics: based on the table data, Fulham are likely to adopt a balanced approach, attempting to compete through organization and work rate, as reflected by their even spread of wins and losses and near-neutral goal difference. Liverpool are expected to take greater control of the match, using their stronger league position and consistent results to apply pressure. Their tactical profile suggests an emphasis on attacking structure combined with enough defensive solidity to avoid defeat, which has kept them in the top 4. Match prediction: considering Liverpool's higher league position, greater points total, and consistent recent form compared with Fulham, the statistical evidence favors the visitors avoiding defeat. Based strictly on the information from the table, the most supported outcome is a win or draw for Liverpool. Match analysis: Tottenham versus Sunderland. Tottenham are positioned 12th in the table with 26 points after 19 matches. Their season has been inconsistent, reflected in a record of 7 wins, 5 draws, and 7 losses, alongside a +4 goal difference, 27 goals scored, 23 conceded. Their recent form shows mixed results, with 2 wins, 2 losses, and 1 draw in the last 5 matches, indicating difficulty in maintaining momentum. Sunderland, by contrast, are enjoying a more stable campaign and sit 7th with 29 points. They have recorded 7 wins, 8 draws, and only 4 losses, with a +2 goal difference, 20 goals scored, 18 conceded. Their recent form includes 1 win and 4 draws in the last 5 matches, highlighting consistency and an ability to avoid defeat. Tactics: based strictly on the table, Tottenham are likely to attempt to impose themselves through attacking play, given their positive goal difference and higher goals scored. However, their equal number of wins and losses suggests vulnerability when facing well-organized sides. Sunderland are expected to approach the match with discipline and compactness, reflecting their high number of draws and strong defensive record relative to their position. Tactically, Sunderland's focus on structure and resilience could frustrate Tottenham and limit clear scoring opportunities. Match prediction: considering Sunderland's higher league position, greater points total, fewer losses, and consistent recent form compared with Tottenham, the statistical indicators favor Sunderland avoiding defeat. Based solely on the table data, the most justified outcome is a win or draw for Sunderland. Match analysis: Everton versus Brentford. Everton are currently placed 8th in the table with 28 points after 19 matches. Their season has been relatively balanced, with a record of 8 wins, 4 draws, and 7 losses, and a neutral goal difference, 20 goals scored, 20 conceded. Their recent form shows some fluctuation but includes 2 wins in the last 5 matches, suggesting an ability to secure results. Brentford sit just below them in 9th place with 27 points, having recorded 8 wins, 3 draws, and 8 losses. They hold a +2 goal difference, with 28 goals scored and 26 conceded, but their recent form has been mixed, featuring 2 wins, 2 draws, and 1 loss in the last 5 matches, indicating inconsistency. Tactics: based on the table, Everton are likely to rely on a structured and pragmatic approach, aiming to control the game through organization and steady defensive work, as reflected by their even goal record. Their league position suggests they are capable of competing effectively against mid-table opponents. Brentford, with a similar points total but a slightly more attacking profile in terms of goals scored, are expected to look for opportunities to press and create chances. However, their equal number of wins and losses points to vulnerabilities that Everton can exploit. Match prediction. Considering Everton's slightly higher league position, marginally better points total, and ability to secure wins against teams around them in the table, the balance of statistical evidence favors the home side. Based strictly on the table information, the most supported outcome is a win for Everton. Match analysis. Newcastle versus Crystal Palace. Newcastle United are positioned 13th in the table with 26 points after 19 matches. Their season has been balanced but inconsistent, with a record of 7 wins, 5 draws, and 7 losses, and a +2 goal difference, 26 goals scored, 24 conceded. Their recent form shows mixed results, including 2 wins, 1 draw, and 2 losses in the last 5 matches, indicating an ability to respond after setbacks. Crystal Palace sits slightly higher in 10th place with 27 points. They have recorded 7 wins, 6 draws, and 6 losses, with a +1 goal difference, 22 goals scored, 21 conceded. However, their recent form has been less convincing, with 3 losses, 1 win, and 1 draw in the last 5 matches, suggesting a dip in performance. Tactics. Based strictly on the table data, Newcastle United are likely to approach the match with a balanced tactical setup, focusing on controlled attacking play while maintaining defensive stability, as reflected by their positive goal difference. Crystal Palace, given their recent run of results, may prioritize defensive organization to regain stability, but their recent losses point to issues in maintaining consistency against evenly matched opponents. Newcastle's slightly stronger defensive and attacking balance could be a key factor in dictating the tempo of the match. Match prediction. Considering Newcastle United's comparable points total, positive goal difference, and more resilient recent form relative to Crystal Palace, the statistical indicators favor the home side. Based solely on the information from the table, the most supported outcome is a win for Newcastle United. Match analysis. Manchester City versus Chelsea. Manchester City are currently positioned 2nd in the table with 41 points after 19 matches. They have been one of the most dominant teams this season, recording 13 wins, 2 draws, and 4 losses, with a strong +26 goal difference, 43 goals scored, 17 conceded. Their recent form has been excellent, with 4 wins and 1 draw in the last 5 matches, highlighting their consistency at the top end of the table. Chelsea sit in 5th place with 30 points, having recorded 8 wins, 6 draws, and 5 losses, and a +11 goal difference, 32 goals scored, 21 conceded. Their recent form shows inconsistency, with 2 wins, 2 draws, and 1 loss in the last 5 matches, suggesting they can compete but may struggle against top-ranked sides. Tactics. Based on the table, Manchester City are likely to approach this fixture with a dominant attacking mindset, utilizing their high-scoring record and positive goal difference to control possession and create multiple scoring opportunities. Their recent consistent form indicates a well-organized team capable of breaking down opponents' defenses efficiently. Chelsea, by contrast, may adopt a more cautious and structured approach, attempting to absorb pressure and exploit counterattacking opportunities, reflecting their mixed recent form and comparatively lower league position. Match prediction. Considering Manchester City's higher league position, superior points total, stronger goal difference, and excellent recent form compared to Chelsea, the statistical evidence favors them avoiding defeat. Based strictly on the table data, the most supported outcome is a win or draw for Manchester City. That's it for Week 20 EPL predictions. Which teams do you think will shine and which will struggle? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Hit like if you enjoyed the predictions, and don't forget to subscribe for all the latest Premier League insights. Stay tuned, because next week we're back with more winning predictions and analysis you can't miss.